Hi guys, I've gotten some pet peeve templates turned in, and it's becoming clear to me that some of the assignment instructions are not very clear, and you might need me to walk through it with you to kind of explain how to do this assignment. So I'm going to show you my sample, and then I'm going to show you how to do your own. And I'm going to note some of the common errors I'm seeing in your templates. First of all, if you have not completed the organization assignment from last week, where you looked over what a thesis and main points are, and you did the thesis and main points practice, please stop and do that now, because this assignment is entirely dependent upon you understanding what a thesis and main points are. So I'm in your pet peeve template assignment. That's the first assignment from this week. And in these slides, you will see several things, but the one I want to draw your attention to is on slide 12, template. In this slide, you're going to see a sample of my pet peeve speech and the template that's there. Now, if you've been in class, you've seen me give this speech and I've talked about it in class. If you're virtual, you haven't seen that. Please be sure you join during tomorrow's class at 9:20 so you can see me giving this model speech. I'm going to do my best to record that Google Meet in case you can't join so you can see my model. Well, let me talk you through this template real quick. So first of all, the roadmap. This is pretty easy. Most people are doing well with this part. What is your pet peeve? What's your thesis? Please feel free to use my wording for your thesis. I really do not like, and then whatever your pet peeve is. You want to make it clear in this statement what your pet peeve is without saying my pet peeve is. So I really do not like, or it really bothers me when, or this really annoys me. That makes it clear. Then what are your 3 reasons this bothers you? Your reasons should, just like all main points, answer the question why. Why does this bother you? Why is this your pet peeve? And then you're telling me tone. Again, lots of you guys are getting the roadmap down. Here's where I'm seeing issues. In your introduction, before you can complete these pieces, you must do the introductions and conclusions lesson. So I'm going to skip this and come back to it in just a minute. You want to start here. Copy your thesis from your roadmap into the outline. Please don't forget this. A lot of you guys are leaving this blank. Your thesis is the most important statement in your entire speech. Do not forget it. Your reasons, your main points should be short. They should not be sentences long. They should be phrases. They should be easy to repeat and state so that you can preview them for us in your intro, explain them in your body, and review them in your conclusion, just like you learned last week with thesis and main points. These should also be the same order. So however you lay them out in the introduction should be the same order in the body and the conclusion. So moving on to body. My first reason, and then examples and details. In examples and details, give us clear, concrete experiences, events, illustrations of the reason that why this frustrates you or why it causes you annoyance, disturbance, or concern. Notice that my examples are not very long. I do want to point out for those of you who haven't heard the speech, when I give this, it is almost 3 minutes or a little over 3 minutes, depending on how much I embellish and kind of my pace. So this is at the top end of your timing. If you have super long examples, you're not going to fit it in the time. Again, second reason, copied from above and then explained. Third reason, copied from above and explained. In your conclusion, you're going to restate your thesis and your main points. All right, that's thesis and main points. After you finish this part of the template, stop, go to the introductions and conclusions assignment, complete those notes, walk through them, do the discussion, then come back here and write your intro and your conclusion. So back up to the top. And the attention getter, you can tell a story, you can ask a question, you can give us a startling statement, you can share a statistic. You'll see that I told a story. For these 2 pieces, this is the significance or the link between the attention getter and the thesis. You are answering these questions, but please be aware that You are only speaking the blue parts, right? The parts that you write. So you're not going to say this question or this question aloud. Some of you guys are writing answers to these questions, but it's not making sense the way you're actually going to speak it to us. Keep in mind that you're going to read this and then this and then this. You are not going to read the questions. So make sure that your answer to the question makes sense, flows after your attention getter, and makes sense without the question there. All right, moving back to the conclusion, your final clincher or call to action should do two things. It should circle back to your attention getter. You notice mine comes back to that opening story, and it should leave us with a call to action. What can we do? So notice that I circle back to my story. My last sentence is call to action. What should you do to fix this problem? You guys are telling us that this pet peeve annoys you, frustrates you, bothers you, and you're trying to make us annoyed. So you've got to leave us with some kind of satisfaction. How can we fix this problem? Please make sure you tell us all about that. You'll notice that your pet peeve template is blank and is linked right here, just like mine. So please feel free to open mine. Again, you can locate that by going to slide 12, sample, and look it over as you fill yours out. Please feel free to use mine as a model. I have laid out the opening and the closing in different colors to clearly tell you to fill out the thesis through the body and the conclusion thesis part before you do intros and conclusions, and then come back and add in those pieces. Pretty please make sure you're being attentive to that. If you have any questions or concerns, if you're confused on anything, or if you see my comments on your template and you don't understand what I'm saying, please let me know. I wanted to share this video because, as you guys know in class, I told you you did not have to turn in your templates until the day of the speech. So since I'm seeing these problems on some of these templates, I want to make sure I can give you the information you need to stop those and fix them before you actually get to your practice and your speech in person. So let me know if you have questions. I hope you find this helpful, and good luck on speech writing.